New developments involving a former San Diego psychiatrist who admitted to having sexual contact with 8 patients. Today, Leon Fagerman was sentenced to house arrest instead of jail time.
As 10 News anchor Brian Schlonsky explains, attorneys for the victims are describing the sentence as a miscarriage of justice.
Rubbing his face with his hands, former psychiatrist Leon Fagerman listening as attorneys for his victims read impact statements on their behalf. Some of the victims still too shaken to see him in court.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. They also suffering from anxiety, night terrors, insomnia, suicidal ideations.
He had offices all across the city. Last fall, Fagerman pleading guilty to felony charges of having sexual contact with 7 female patients and sexual battery of an 8th. He took a plea deal then. Today was supposed to be the day that victims saw justice. They wanted him locked away. Instead, that plea gave Fagerman only a max of a year in custody, a year that a judge decided will be spent on house arrest, not in jail, even though the judge admitted he thinks Fagerman deserves a lengthy jail sentence.
I didn't agree with this plea bargain at all, nor did my clients. I think it's a miscarriage of justice, and I think that it's too lenient of a sentence.
The reason? The judge says Fagerman's age and poor health. He's 75.
He needs to be locked up.
Kerry Nichols says he lived next door to Fagerman for 30 years.
I didn't like him next door at all. He was a creep.
He showed up today on behalf of his neighbors, many women, who Nichols says were also hoping for jail time.
The women say he's real creepy. They're intimidated by him.
As part of his arrest, Fagerman will have to wear a GPS monitor, but he could get that off in as little as 6 months. He's also allowed to go to doctor's appointments and to go on 4 walks a week. Nichols says the neighborhood will be watching.
Trust me, I'm going to be on that. When he's walking around, nobody wants to walk.
Brian Schlonsky, 10 News.
Fagerman will also be ordered to pay restitution to the victims. He must also register as a sex offender and can't practice medicine. Attorneys say they are filing a civil suit now.